Hi again, all guys. Sorry, that didn't come out right, did it? Sorry, I've just been doing a lot of studying. I thought I'd get on here and do the astrology side of things, or the numerology side of things, as well as the astrology side of things for August. I know July has been rather an up and down sort of month with eclipses and things like that. But I'm going to put my glasses on and I'm going to read you what the astrology side and the numerology side of August is going to bring us. It's a lighter month, but we're still dealing with those eclipses that we had in July, as in the eclipse on the 2nd in the sign of Cancer, and the eclipse which is or was in the sign of Capricorn, or the lunar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn, and it was a full moon. So those eclipses will be in effect for at least 6 months. So we're still going to have to deal with them. But like I say, August is going to be a little bit easier month. So I'm just going to put these on and I'm going to read the numerology and basically telling you what planets are going to go retrograde again, or which planets are coming out of retrograde. But anyway, we'll start with this one. So August is a 2 universal month. After the burst of pioneering and self-leading one energy last month, we're now easing into an altogether gentler vibration in August. August 2019 is a 2 universal month, which is all about connection. Connection to your inner voice, your intuition, and the whispers of divine guidance that's always there within and connected to the other people in your life. Relationships will likely take centre stage over the next 31 days. So work on deepening into the ones you have, and don't shy away from forming new relationships or new ones. Be supportive, but also allow yourself to be supported too. Energy can make us very keen to come to the rescue of others, but unwilling to accept help from others. So try not to fall into this trap this month. Aim to keep your delicate balance of give and take. You'll likely see some of your new ideas and projects from last month take root too. So use the nurturing energy of the two to bed them in. But remember, this month is all about ease and grace, not about pushing hard. The best way to make progress this month is through spiritual alignment, so better have your intuition on speed dial. So at the end of July, we had a new moon in the sign of Leo. So it was either at the end of July, the 31st of July, or the 1st of August, depending on where you are in the southern hemisphere. So hopefully you would have done your new moon intentions, because we had 2 in July. But the one at the end was a new moon in the sign of Leo. So I've got a lot of paperwork in front of me. And hopefully you set your new moon intentions, especially when you have eclipses. The energy is like tenfold, you're manifesting when you, especially in eclipse, the energy is like so much more powerful. So if you've got some big intentions out there to set, make sure you set them either on the 31st or the 1st of August. So that's the new moon. The new moon was in the sign of Leo. And Leo is also one of those signs that likes a big, bright, they go all out sort of type thing. If you know any Leos, they are big, bold and beautiful. So set those intentions and send them out to the universe. We'll come now to the 8th of August, and that's what they call the Lion's Gate portal. It's the 8th of the 8th. In numerology, it's a power day. The 8th of the 8th Numerology Power Day hits on August the 8th, also known as the Lion's Gate Portal. This is no ordinary day, as well as carrying the resonance of the angel number 88 and the powerful message of reassurance, strength, and trust. The Lionsgate portal marks the peak of a high-frequency energy surge that streams onto Earth from the star Sirius, for around 3 weeks. This energy is powerful, heart-opening, and healing, and many find it an exhausting period of time. Try to take care of yourself, rest a lot, and eat clean on this day in particular. So that's the 8th of the 8th. It's quite a powerful day. So if you need to rest, rest. If you need to get things done, get them done. But make sure that you're not over exerting yourself. Like it says, for 3 weeks, that Lionsgate is quite powerful as well. The rest of 2019 is going to be quite a powerful sort of year. For the rest of the year, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We then come to the 11th of August. Jupiter goes direct in the sign of Sagittarius. So Jupiter is one of the planets that's been retrograde for quite some period of time. So I'll just read this one. The plucky planet of luck, Jupiter stations direct in Sagittarius on the 11th, lifting us up and out of the inertia and backpedaling of the last 4 months and forward into good times ahead. The next 4 months is plain planetary sailing, and the last time Jupiter will enjoy the benefits of cruising its home patch until 2030. This is your window to think big and go places. All limitations are off except for whatever limitations you place on yourself. This is what I'm saying. At the moment, the bigger your plans, the better. Even if you only accomplish 3/4 of them, 3/4 of your plans, now's the time to really get into action, because we're at the end of, we're coming into, I can't believe, this is August we're coming into now. Make your plans as big and bold and take as much action as you can in setting, your plans into motion. The universe will only do so much for you, but you need to, basically do the work as well. We then have Uranus goes retrograde in the sign of Taurus. So Uranus, it's the first time it's been in Taurus for quite some number of years. But I'm going to read what it says. 1 in, 1 out. On the very same day that Uranus kicks into reverse and begins a 5-month retrograde through Rootsy Taurus, we begin the year and we began the year with Uranus in retrograde, so this energy simply comes as a refresher. The great disruptor spends about 40% of time spinning in a backwards motion. But this doesn't make it a walk in the park. This planet comes to shake things up, make you uncomfortable, and force you to make changes to your life you cling on to. So the question isn't how, but when. So Uranus is the planet of what they call disruption. And being in Taurus, Taurus likes things. Taurus is like a home-loving sign. It likes good food. It likes, going out, pampering itself, all these sorts of things. Uranus is in that sign now to shake Taurus up, but we're all affected. It doesn't matter whether you're not a Taurus or anything, or whether you haven't got a descending sign in Taurus, all that sort of type thing. All of the 12 signs will be affected. So that's quite a major one there. I'm going to read that one again. 1 in, 1 out. On the very same day, Uranus kicks into reverse and begins a 5-month retrograde through Rootsy Taurus. We began the year with Uranus in retrograde, and so this energy simply comes as a refresher. The great disruptor spends around 40% of time spinning in a backwards motion. But this doesn't make it a walk in the park. This planet comes to shake things up, makes you uncomfortable and forces you to make changes to the life you cling onto. So the question is, how? Isn't how, but when. So I'm going to go straight into the full moon now. There's a full moon in the sign of Aquarius on the 15th of August, coming just days after its ruling planet stations direct and its potency hits the roof. We see a full moon in Aquarius, a sign of innovation and progress. This full moon is characterized by a very forward-thinking, even visionary energy. So you may feel like your mind's moving too fast for you to keep up. Because of this, it's common to be struck with bolts of frustration when Luna peaks in Aquarius. It's an exceptionally idealistic sign. As Aquarius rules the higher chakras, heart, throat, pinnacle and crown, keep these energy centers clear over the coming days, especially with Uranus playing its part. Try not to overload your mind with lots of external stimulation. Be wary of comparing yourself to others. So that's a pretty big message. Like I said, it's going to be an easier month, but we're still getting to grips with all this energy that's happening, with all these planets retrograde. We've sort of had a year where it's been an extremely fast year. Like I said, I can't believe it's August already. And we're all kind of getting to that level where we're used to all this energy coming in us, at us sort of type thing. But it hasn't finished yet. We'll now go to the 23rd of August. The Sun enters Virgo, start of Virgo season. So happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. So it's a Virgo season. Begins on August the 23rd as our Sun King moves from Leo, paw gripping, into the cleansing, clearing, purification realms of Virgo. The next solar season will infuse us with earthly urges to get our lives in order. As a multiple sign, Virgo thrives when change is afoot, making this a great time to tackle any outstanding projects or areas of work and home that have been on your to-do list for some time. No excuses, and especially if you've seen this video. Start dotting your I's and crossing your T's and crossing everything off your list that you have to do. You can even start that before Virgo season, like at the beginning of the month. I always try and do like great list persons, like for the week I'll write out my list that I have to do. I always have my weeks sort of not planned to the letter of the law, but I know exactly what I have to do. Like, you know, this week I knew I had to do this video today. I've got all the life path readings to do. So I plan my week, so I get everything done so I can just sit at my computer and do the readings. Yeah, whatever, you know, happens. That's even down to planning my meals for, you know, the evening. You know, I've got a husband to feed, whatever. You know, animals, all that sort of type thing. Everything is planned out as best as I can. Doesn't always go to plan, but I try my best. The last little bit is on the 30th of August, the new moon in Virgo. So we not only have the start of Virgo, we have Virgo season, we have a new moon in the sign of Virgo. So again, being southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, the new moon, the first new moon for the month would have been either on the 31st of July or the 1st of August. But then there's another one again. So this is why I'm saying it's very, very important to set your intentions and, you know, speak them out to the universe, because on the 30th of August, if I could speak properly today, we have another new moon in the sign of Virgo. And it says, orbiting 1 week behind the sun, the moon catches up on the 30th, conjoining the sun and Mars, becoming new in Virgo. A total of 8 planets and Earth signs leads this lunation a heavy edge. Sometimes they don't write these things in plain English. So what it's basically saying is we have 8 planets in Earth signs, which is very good because it's very grounding, which leads to a heavy edge. With everyone's focus pulled hard towards the material plane of life under this moon, it could feel like things are unmovable. Sometimes life does feel a little bit heavy, and because we've got all these planets still retrograde, I mean there's Pluto, Uranus has just gone retrograde, Jupiter's just come out of retrograde. Yeah, like I said, things kind of feel like a little bit like this. So this is why I'm saying make sure you get your rest this month. If you feel tired, you go and have a sleep. Go to bed early, you know. If you find it very hard to sleep at night is another one. Go and have a hot shower or a hot bath and put some Epsom salts in it. Just, you know, clear the mind, clear the head. And especially if you are an air sign, we are up in our heads a lot of the time, your heads will be working overtime. So I'm suggesting that, you know, especially if you're an air sign, which is Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarium, just tell the head to shut up as nicely as you can, but that's how I tell my head. My head always works overtime, and sometimes when there's a lot of things happening, yeah, the head can just spin out of control sometimes, and you overthink things. So anybody, doesn't matter whether you're not an air sign, if you're an overthinker, you know, make your plans, don't overthink them, send them out to the universe and see how you can go about and implementing them or getting them off the ground. If you're halfway through a project, whatever, just do your best and, you know, I'm going to take those off. Yeah, just do your best and, you know, it is what it is sort of type thing. If you don't get something done, well, hey, you know, there is always tomorrow. I'm also going to introduce this month, I thought I'd do a bit of a special now that you're up to date with, you know, life path readings that I do. I thought I might introduce or offer anybody that wants to work a little bit harder on themselves or wants to know themselves a little bit better. I've printed these out, but I've got them saved on my computer. Your actual life path reading. There is, you know, just on life path, you know, there's something like 11 pages here. This is life path number 1. We go up to life path number 9. But for the master number 11s, 22s and 33s, I'm going to throw in some other information. But you can order these off me for the low price of $7. I've sort of been doing this long enough now that it's my time to give it back too. Usually these are $20 to order through me. But master numbers, you're going to be lumped into number 2s, all those sorts of things. Like if you're 11, you'd be lumped into life path number 2, as that is also your energy. And what else is there? 22s would be into 4s, life path number 4, and 33s would be into life path number 6's reading. But at the back of these ones, there's also quite a bit about being a master number. So right at the end of this, I'm just going to read a little bit because there's a lot of information on these, and this is just your life path reading. You probably have read your star signs and probably know them inside out, but you probably don't know your life path number that well. So for a master number 11, it reads, 11 gives you the power of illumination. When you focus your special light on something or someone, it enlivens and inspires. You then become inspired by relationships and experience. Insight is gained when you allow yourself to see how powerful you are when it comes to connecting the right people to each other, the right information to the right people. Your sensitivity is based on your intuition, seeing the bigger picture and connecting the dots is natural for you. I mean, that's only a little wee paragraph out of these. There's a lot of information in these. So I think for $7, it's quite value for money. So if you would like one of those life path readings sent to you, I need your email address. My email address is in, I think it's somewhere on my YouTube channel, or you can go to my website, which is www.sunmoontarot.co.nz, and I will send you those by email and also an account number. I don't do PayPal at this present point in time, but even if you want to go even a little bit deeper, these are $7, right? I'm also going to do the 5 core numbers, which is your life path number, your expression number, your soul urge number, your personality number, and your birthday number for $70. Now that's a full numerology chart for $70. I've had a look on the internet lately, and some of them are charging over $300 just for those 5 life path number readings. So I'm going to put a list down here. So if you want to go deeper and find out about the information on your life path number, that's $7. But if you want to, as a special, this usually I charge $80 for a complete numerology chart. That's going to be $70. So if you want to really know yourself inside and out, why things happen in your life the way they do, all those sorts of things, there's an awful lot of information in those 5 readings. So that's your life path number, your expression number, your soul urge, your personality number, which is a real big one, and your birthday number. I have actually printed out some of the birthday numbers. And when we say birthday numbers, it's the day that you were born, the date that you were born. For example, I was born on the 24th of September. So my birthday number is the 24th, and I have all the information on those numbers. So, I mean, as you know, numbers are everywhere. So if you would like those ones, send me an email and I can send that off through to you, and the information of how to, pay for it. Even if it's just the life path one for $7, that's pretty a reasonable price. Most people can afford $7. So I'm going to leave it there. I don't think I need to do anything else, and I'll basically get this video up on YouTube and on Facebook, and I will get stuck into your life path reading life path readings for August, which I think should be interesting too. I hope you've survived July. I struggled a little bit. I think the eclipse has affected me quite a bit, so I've had to basically try and get my energy way up here when it was way down here, and I've been a little bit quiet sort of type thing. So on that note, we'll talk again soon, and I hope to hear from you all about your life path number readings. So I think it's quite interesting that, I've had so many comments, good comments on YouTube. Thank you very much. And I welcome all new subscriptions. So I feel very blessed that you've decided to follow me on YouTube. So we'll talk again soon, guys. Have a great day. See you soon.